From brain fog to hot flashes,
mood swings to mystery symptoms,
we're asking the big question. Can
I blame it on menopause? Join us as we share stories, laugh through the chaos, and talk about things women wish they'd known sooner.
It's honest, it's relatable, and it's about time.
Hello. Yes, if only they could see us dancing to the intro.
Every time we dance, we talk along sometimes.
We do.
So how's it going, Bo?
I feel like I'm all over the place today, especially. My hair is driving me crazy. Animals are costing me a fortune. There's a roast in the crock pot right over here that I can smell that's driving me crazy.
But I bet that smells nice.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah, that's good. I have cooking. So my house just smells like my house. And I hope that's good. I don't even know.
I want to point out there's a Christmas tree now. See it?
There is. I see the Christmas.
And there's other Christmassy stuff.
I see it.
Okay.
You're getting there. I think it needs to go before you're on my level.
Right.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. And one more thing for show and tell. My crock of candy canes and Santa Claus. You always need some grabbers.
I love it. Some grabbers, some Santa grabbers.
Yeah.
I love that. I do coffee. I do coffee in coffee cups. I don't know if anybody else does that.
Oh my God. Write that down, everybody.
But I do candy canes in a coffee cup. So I always have
that, yeah.
But I have I have a bazillion Christmas coffee cups too. But I mean, I could literally reach at any given point. Here's my own Santa.
Oh, I like that. That's cute.
Isn't that cute? This was actually it was a gift from my sister-in-law. Shout out to Jen. She's a listener. She gave that to me. I'm like, I could literally reach at any point, no matter where I'm at my house, and show something Christmassy.
Okay, two things. Number one, have you noticed this Christmas especially, everything is gingerbread themed?
Yes. And I'm not into the gingerbread thing. Personally.
I don't mind it. I don't.
I'm not into the decor for it. Like to be honest though, I don't actually like gingerbread cookies either.
Really?
I don't. And I tried to, and we did like really cute gingerbread baking, like when the kids were little, and we were so excited. Also did not turn out well. They were really fat looking gingerbread men. It was not at all like you'd picture.
Well, sometimes that happens.
Yeah, they were cute, and the kids loved decorating them. And
that's the best part.
Jimmy tried to make his way through them because he was literally the only human in this house that liked them. So we made probably 36 gingerbread cookies to decorate and have fun with, and I think he made it through maybe a dozen of them over a span of time before he was like, "I'm done."
And how many trips to the emergency room were there?
This was like, PD.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Diabetes.
And the other question is, so when it comes to candy canes, I'm more of a traditionalist myself.
Okay.
Red and white stripe, minty, pepperminty. I live with someone who prefers the fun flavors. So we now have, these are sour, like gummy bear flavors.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have when it comes to the candy cane?
That and any of them. So peppermint candy canes, like the traditional ones, have their place. So I
have very strong feelings about this. I mean, like they have their place, but not in my coffee cup.
I take Christmas stuff very serious. Okay.
I know you do. And this is uncharted territory here. I should not have entered this.
But no, I do like them. And like I said, I think they have their place, but I love all the different kinds too. And so does everybody else here. Now, I don't think peppermint is king around here. Like, I don't think the kids, in fact, we were at a parade, our town, they do like a UTV parade and everybody decorates their side-by-sides. Guess where I live? I'll give you a hint. It's like rural America.
So okay, I thought it was in the middle of New York City.
So all the farmers get their side-by-sides and they decorate them. And it really is, it's cute. They're actually striving towards trying to break a Guinness Book of World Records record with like the longest UTV parade. We were like 30 UTV short this weekend. So, but they coincide it with like the mayor's Christmas tree lighting. And then they do like all these vendors and like it's like a Christmas market-esque thing they do. So it's cute. I don't say many positive things about where I live, and people closest to me could vouch for that. But I will say that is a cute thing they do that I like. So we went, and people throw candy. Like the people driving the UTVs will throw candy to, the kids and stuff along the side. There were quite a few throwing the little miniature peppermint candy canes. And every time they would do that, my daughter, she would go to like reach down. She'd go, "Oh, that's just a regular candy cane." Drop it. So I think it's safe to assume she's not a fan of those. I do think my boys will eat them, and Jimmy and I will too, but that's not typically what I buy. So I will say when I buy candy canes, it's usually like fun things that are like candy-esque candy canes or whatever.
My favorite one was a couple of years ago, we got Swedish fish. That was my favorite one because I thought it really tasted like Swedish fish, and I got outruled every year since. So
Swedish fish is good. I like the Starburst ones.
Oh yeah, I think we've had those too.
I feel like we've had Jolly Rancher ones, maybe.
I think we've had those too. Yeah.
So those are pretty. I mean, they're good. But then the problem is, I buy so many that then like I end up having a ton, and like I have candy canes on my desk. Pretty confident they're from last year. So, but they don't really go bad.
I think they get that weird sticky. You know what I mean? Like it's been in the wrapper too long. You take it out, and it's kind of. I don't know.
Confession. I love when candy gets like that.
That is gross.
I know you like Jolly Ranchers. They're the best when they're like that.
You intentionally like put them in the sun then?
No, but if I find an old Jolly Rancher in my desk and then I go to open it and it's like that, I'm like, jackpot. Don't judge me.
I am actually, yeah.
I am.
Why lie about it? Okay, one last question because I told you you're driving this podcast today, but I have one last question. Where do you stand when it comes to advent calendars?
Meaning what? Like, do we like them or do them?
Yeah.
I do like them. I have a lot of kids though, and it gets very pricey to buy them. Like, ones. So now that they're older, I've kind of just not done it. And nobody's really said anything. Like nobody's ever been like, "Hey mom, why don't we do that?" Yeah. But I used to when they were younger for sure. Like I loved getting them like cute. And I liked getting them like good ones, not like 1 year for, I think it was Cooper, because he loved socks, like funky socks. So he got an elf socks themed advent calendar. So he got 15 pairs of different like elf socks, like the movie Elf, that were really funny. And he wore the heck out of those.
Wait, time out. Why only 15?
Because that just happened to be what Target had.
Okay. Oh, you made it yourself.
No, it was one I bought like from Target, but it was already like done, but it was just 15 days. So some of them I have varied like that. But like 1 year, Emmy got like a charm bracelet one. She was into those and into bracelets at that time. That's probably a few years ago. And she loved that. And they were cute little Christmas charms. So every day she would open up another charm, and she loved that. Like she was always excited to see what charm she would get that day.
Oh, that's cool. I think 1 year Libby had a squishy one. We got but this year it's just straight chocolate.
Yeah. Then that's what I'm talking about. Like my sister-in-law 1 year had a wine one.
I've seen those.
Yeah. But the problem she had is that there were a lot of wines in it. Like she would open it and then she's like, yeah, I'm never going to drink that. Like, I don't like that. So I think that's the problem you run into, is some of them too niche, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's true. Yeah.
Did you for Libby this year?
She has two.
Okay.
Because I bought her one, a Kinder. It's a Kinder one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got nervous that she might not like that chocolate.
Okay.
So I got a secondary one. And turns out she likes the Kinder one. And so she does 2 advent calendars every morning.
I love it. Bonus.
Yeah. Because, why not?
Why not? Who makes the rules anyway?
Not me, I guess.
Be in charge.
Sometimes to survive, it's easier just to be like, Cool. Do 2 advent calendars before you go to school. I don't care.
I mean, really, but really, who does care? It does. It's fine.
No, it's 2 miniature pieces of chocolate.
Right. She'll be fine.
Whatever.
Exactly.
All right. So, shall we get to it?
No, I mean, talking all this holiday talk, which of course is my favorite. I was not a pleasant person this weekend.
Uh-oh.
And I think a lot of it is due to that. I think there's just like holiday stressors. And I got to be honest with you, Bo, I don't typically let that get to me. I'm pretty good about staying pretty merry and bright, if you know what I'm saying. This weekend was not that.
What happened?
I just think I was just short on patience and energy. And it's kind of odd because Jimmy, who is ordinarily very laid back and, I'm the one with anxiety. I'm the one that worries about everything. Like, I mean, I could literally, if I could meet you and be like, oh, you're worried about things, let me take that from you. You live your life and I'll do all the worrying for you. Like, that's how I've always lived. So he's like, with he and I, we're so used to like being in those lanes that it's like, he's the one that'll be like, it'll be fine. Everything will be fine. I'm not going to worry about it. It's not worth stressing out about. And I'm the one that I'm like, why aren't you more stressed? Well, I've determined it's not good for us both to be stressed.
Uh-oh. Who suffered the most?
Oh, for sure him. And it wasn't even like, I mean, it's not like we were like fighting or anything. I mean, it was just, I was so short. And I think he's been with me for so long that when I behave that way, he's just like, well, I'm going to go find something else to do and be busy over here. Like, he knows to kind of just not really say much, which also can backfire. So sometimes I can get annoyed with that, but he wasn't going to argue me. He wasn't trying to like change my views or not my views, but like my opinions or feelings on anything. But I think he has never said this, and he probably never will because he's a smart man. But I'm sure there were many moments this weekend where he was just like, oh my God, stop talking. Like, everything you're saying is just, I was bitching about this and then bitching about that. And then a kid would interrupt. And then I'm bitching about how the kids always interrupt us. And I mean, it was just like about everything the whole weekend, I feel like. And I do think a lot of it had to do with just being exhausted. But I think a lot of it does have to do with just like the holiday stresses, like not even like what people think is like buying gifts and like the money aspect of it. Like, that's not even what it is. It's just like the whole idea of it, for whatever reason this year, just has me feeling overwhelmed.
Is it because you have like extra activities throughout the month that you don't normally plan? Like, you've got this school activity or this family get together or these group of friends want to go out to dinner, that type of thing?
Maybe. I don't, this is the weirdest thing. This is actually it hasn't even been as busy of a December as we typically have. Because you got to keep in mind, like, for me, I have the boys who are much older. So, you know what? Now that we're talking about it, I think I know what it is. Because the boys are much older. They have things like jobs and there's girlfriends and there's other things they're doing. And I think I'm getting stressed because I'm trying to plan and make things work for all of us. And that's very challenging now. And maybe it's some insight to what that'll look like when they're really grown. And I have to make this work for all of us. But it's having to contend with their own schedules and priorities in lives because they do still live with us. So it's not like they just are off having their own life, but they do have their own things in their own lives that they contend with. And so it's having to make that work. And maybe that's what it is that I'm feeling, I think I go
sad.
Yeah. Like, I think I'm in a push-pull of like being stressed about trying to make it work and then being sad that it's not so easy and simple anymore, that it's just like load the kids up and now we go do this thing. And now it has to be, hey, what are you doing on this day? And are you available this day? And who has to work on this day? And I think maybe that is part of it now that I'm talking about it. Thank you, Dr. Bo.
Yeah, I'll send you my bill.
Please don't.
cannot remember what I was just about to say.
I
Shit,
think
for
it's
real.
menopause.
For real, what was I just about to say? Oh, I know. My husband and I were shopping. It was Friday night, and we had to go to Menards because that is a rockin' good time on a Friday night, right?
It sure is.
And they have a toy aisle for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why, but I walked down the toy aisle and I got sad because I'm like, our kid is not into these kinds of toys anymore. So
Mm-hmm.
that kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. We just having the one kid, we don't have to like, and she's 11, we don't have to like manage schedule. We just tell her where to go.
Right.
But we do have to manage, when we go to my family, when we go to his family, and when it lines up for, like his brother and kids and my sister. And so, yeah, that part is always frustrating, stressful, because everybody has their own ideas of when
Mhm.
things should be done. So that's my only stressor so far. I am done with all my Christmas shopping.
Oh my gosh, I haven't even started.
I think I was done. I think it was the end of November.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I will say I'm going to be impressed if you remember where everything is.
I was just about to say now, if I could remember where I hid everything. We don't
Yeah.
have good hiding spots in our house.
Yeah. We don't really either because we don't actually have a lot of storage, like good storage here. That's not, I mean, we have like storage for tubs and things like that, but like not to hide things like that. Um,
No.
I'll forget. And we did one year, we killed it with getting Christmas shopping done early. We started at like the end of August.
Holy shit.
Yeah, because we took advantage even of like, because in Missouri they do like a tax-free weekend.
Oh yeah, they do that here too. Yeah.
Yeah. So we took advantage of that even to like get some things and did phenomenally. And I think our kids continued to get Christmas gifts into April as I would find things and I would be like, oh shit. Like, hey, this is for you. This was supposed to be for Christmas.
Yeah, I remember my mom doing that. I
Yes.
remember growing up and we would all laugh like, "Oh yeah."
Mhm.
So we're there. We have become our parents in that aspect. But
So true.
yeah, no hiding spots because our closet, you walk through it to get to the laundry room. So I
Mhm.
can't really hide anything in there because our kid is in our closet all the time. But I'll tell you, she's not very observant, much like her father. I have a box on my side of the bed. That's where all her stuff is.
Oh yeah. Now I've done that with the kids before too. In fact, last Christmas, literally nothing but like Amazon boxes and things full of stuff. And I just threw a blanket over it. They had no idea. I made some comment about it. And normally they'll confess if they've like been snooping or they found something. They won't do it until afterwards. Like they'll wait. And
Because
then,
I risk not getting it.
yes. And it could even be like that summer. And they could be like, yeah, to be honest, I found this already. I was getting that or whatever. But they had no idea. I made some comment about it being in our room and one of the kids went, "That's what that pile was?" So I think it's kind of the same in our house. You can kind of get away with making it like right in front of their faces and hide it. But we're also here, we're not doing a big Christmas because we have our cruise that we're taking in January. And then we decided as a family that was really our Christmas. So the more, at first, and I think it's funny because I do think, and he would probably deny this, but I do think that Jimmy thought like that meant legitimately that was it. Like we're off the hook for buying gifts. But like the more we talk about, like, I can't wake up Christmas morning and there be nothing under the tree. Like how depressing.
Right. No, I get that. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So we did ask each a kid, like, we want to know one thing you just really, really want. And then, they obviously gave us a couple of ideas, but it's like, we're going to get one of those things. And then, they'll get like, stocking stuffer stuff. They will probably get stuff for our trip. things
Nice.
like that. Like I'll probably do stuff like that. But I'm like, we are not looking to spend a ton because this cruise was expensive.
Absolutely. That is one of my favorite Christmas presents to get. Not a cruise. I mean, that would be an awesome Christmas present to get.
I mean, I wouldn't complain.
I'm like, don't say if anybody out there wants to buy me a cruise, I'm not going to say no.
You know, bow and bow on the ocean. Let's do it.
Ooh, although streaming would be bad.
That's true.
Travel things is always my favorite thing to get. My sister does an awesome job of giving travel-y gifts.
Oh, that's
Always my favorite to get, like little doodaddy things that you can use. Oh, hey, we do have an upcoming announcement. We're not going to share it just yet, but we will be together again.
Yes, we will.
And it requires a passport.
We're going international, baby.
Details come later.
Yeah. Yes. Stay tuned. Stick around.
Because you're dying to know.
All 70 of you.
79. We've got 79.
Oh, hey, exciting stuff. I have to admit, I'm bad about sharing it. I need to share it on my own page. But
I know. I don't think I do either. Are we getting off topic? I feel like my craziness has grasped onto you.
yeah.
It's just, I know what I want to talk about. I do know what I want to talk about. Wait a minute. Sorry. Never mind. You're the one driving this.
I know. Jesus, take the wheel.
Ooh, I'm Jesus now. I prefer Jesus.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus. So sleeping has been an issue for me. And it's not legal to buy pot here. Do people still call it pot, or do I call it marijuana? I don't even know.
I don't know.
But we went on a work trip.
We'll call it grass.
Mary Jane. We went on a trip and I bought some gummies and it was life-changing. However, I can't buy them here. So wah. Back to not sleeping. Yeah.
That part sucks. Like that's where I'm like, okay. So I was very excited for you to get to try that because I know how well it works. And there was also like a real taboo like link to that. I felt like at first, like I shouldn't do that. My mom. I didn't know why that. It just did. That's what I thought. So I was very hesitant to do it.
Same. My mom's going to be so disappointed.
Totally. And I was just like, I was very hesitant. And then I'm like, I'm not doing anything illegal. Like I wasn't doing that and trying to like hit up a dealer on the streets when it was illegal. But I'm like, I kind of was kind of similar with us that people were coming to me and saying, have you tried gummies? Do gummies at night and see what that does for you. And I'm just like, I don't know. And then I also thought it would be very expensive. I don't know why. It's not like we're talking about cocaine. Like, I just thought it would be expensive. And then to find out it really isn't that expensive. And I thought it's worth it for the sleep that I get as a result.
I'm trying to remember how much I paid. Wasn't a ton.
No, it wasn't much at all. There it was. Well, we had low dose. So that was part
and a BOGO.
And a BOGO. So, I mean, it was really cheap because I feel like you paid and I Venmo'd you my half. And I want to say it was only like $15 or maybe or something like that. It wasn't very much.
I don't think it was a ton of money, but yeah, it was worth it. So that's my sad news. Back to not sleeping. Back to a lot of Murder, She Wrote in the middle of the night, which I think I have seen every episode a couple of times now.
Oh my gosh, that's so terrible. And I feel like that's where, so I kind of messed up because I told you that I tried a different kind of gummy and I didn't pay attention to the dosage and pulled a stunt like we did in Arizona where I underdosed.
Yeah.
So I did not sleep. I was up most of the night. I think I was running on a handful of hours of sleep throughout the night, interrupted. So I had to be up early and it did not bring out my best side, I will say.
So I wonder, bringing it all back around. So perimenopause, not sleeping, holidays, that's a thing, I think, right? Like there's got to be like a connection between that stuff because I don't feel like I'm really stressed out I just spit. Did you see that?
No.
I don't feel like I'm any more stressed out today than I was like November 8th. Like, I don't feel like right now anyway, like the closer we get, because the weather's been so crazy, like traveling wise, will we get to where we want to go?
Also, I love the specific date you chose. That's Abby's birthday and my friend Jerry's birthday. So
Well, I mean, it's a month ago from today.
I know, but that was, oh, yeah.
I didn't just grab it out of the air.
I was so impressed by the specific date, not realizing today is the 8th.
Happy belated, Abby.
Can I blame that on menopause? I think I'm going.
Absolutely, you can. Yes.
No,
Yes.
I think you're totally right, though. I think that it all does like go together. And I feel like I don't, I feel like stressed is probably not how I feel as much as I feel so scattered. And I think that leads to making me feel very overwhelmed because I'm very type A. So I want things structured and planned and on the calendar and on a spreadsheet because that's how my brain works. That's how I have to like take information and sort it so that I can process it. And when my internal computer had all the wires ripped out, and I'm just like trying to make sense of all the information in front of me and I can't, it really overwhelms me. And I think, and then when I'm overwhelmed, I am unpleasant.
I think I'm a ray of sunshine.
I am the opposite of that.
No, I'm not either.
Yeah. And it's really because when I get overwhelmed, then I just get like, it's that frazzled feeling that I really struggle with.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me so bitchy. Like then I'm just pissy about everything. And it doesn't matter what it is. Then it's like when you're stressed out and like the tiniest inconveniences feel enormous. Like that's what I do. And that's of course when you do things like walk by and catch a pocket on the doorknob or like
your kid tells you at 10 o'clock at night they have a thing due the next morning.
Oh my gosh, always. Yeah. And I felt like that, I think going into the weekend, I was feeling particularly raw, maybe that we have had some troubles with one of our sons with school. We've had, Emmy is having back issues with her bed. And so we've had to kind of help her with that. And so like I had to take her to the chiropractor and we're trying to figure out like what's going on with her and fix that. And then also fix like the bed issue. And I'm like, and those things, like when I say them out loud, they sound so like there's bigger things to be concerned with.
Sorry. I don't mean to, I swear I can hear something and it dawned on me it's the ice maker. Sorry, go on. Because I think those things compounded with the holiday stuff. You're like, okay, that's another X amount of dollars I have to spend. That's another appointment I need to add to the calendar. So no, I get that completely.
Yeah. And I think you're right. And I feel like that's where I will say, and I know that my family may or may not end up seeing this. I feel like I messed up I thought the idea of like doing a cruise for Christmas and doing it like right after the first of the year would be really fun because it gave us something to look forward to. We live here in the Midwest where January blows. And so it's like, that'll help like be something to look forward to. And it'll be a good Christmas gift as a family. We do feel like it was something important to do with Bradley getting ready to graduate. He's 18. I think there's that feeling of like, this could potentially be the last time we do a big family trip like that. And so I honestly, we literally were like, should we, shouldn't we? Oh, maybe we can. Oh, we have these things to pay for. Let's not do it. And then it was just like, let's do it. Like, we're just going to do it. And we literally decided at the last possible minute, like when the cutoff was to do it, we did it. And it's been really fun and exciting and it's great. But I can also attest to, I think, being in December and having to take care of cruise stuff, pay for cruise things, wrap up anything we're needing to pre-purchase or whatever, even little things like booking hotels, getting a rental car, and all the little things that we have to do, pay for parking, at our airport while we have to leave our car. Things like that has been compounded with holidays and, thinking about what we have to do for holidays, and then compounded with any of just the variables of life that
Yeah.
just, life doesn't stop lifing just because it's December. So I'm like, I feel like I messed up there. That I'm like,
I think you did right. I really do. Like
but
you said,
it
like,
really added. It
oh
added
yeah, I can
like
see how that would be. Yeah,
to
like,
it. Yeah.
yeah. But I think once you get on that boat, and once the sea air hits you, you will be like, yeah, this was right. This
Yeah.
this
Oh,
this is
100%.
perfect.
Yeah. Once we get there, and that's the thing. Like I actually just said to Jimmy this weekend that I'm like, because he was also kind of feeling that.
Really?
Yes. And that is what I think also attributed to some of the issues this weekend, is that he's ordinarily very even keeled and is like, it'll all be fine. Like, and he's very spontaneous by nature. And I'm not like that at all. Like, I'm like, I need to be planning. I need to know what's coming. And, for him to be feeling that way, it surprises me because it's not like him, but then it also like it adds to my worry.
Oh shit! If he's like this, I should be.
So like I'm like, oh my God, if he's nervous, like then maybe we really do have something to be nervous about. And he was totally like, after we talked, like he was just like, he goes, to be honest with you, I get like that every time we take a trip. And I'm like, really? And he was like, yeah, I always get like this. I feel this way because I always think, because I'm the trip planner. I typically, any family trip we've ever taken, I'm usually the one that's like making arrangements and planning. And I think he has this feeling, and I manage our money for the most part anyway. Like I just am the kind of the bill payer. It's not that he doesn't do any of it, but I do a majority of it. And I think like he said this, that he was like, I trust you wholeheartedly. Like you manage our money fine. Like you do, like, I don't have like a distrust there, but there are moments when you're doing stuff that I'm like, where is she getting that money? Like,
You don't want to know, Jimmy.
There's quite a demographic for overweight, middle-aged moms of 5.
In perimenopause. There probably is some kink like that, though. For real.
Literally, if there are people who like feet, like there's someone that's like, give me an old menopausal bitch
With a hairy chin,
and a mustache thicker than mine,
who never sleeps.
right? But no, I think that's what he admitted, that he was like, so I think I always feel that way a little bit. And then we always take the trips, and the trips are fine and we're good. And he's like, I think it's just my own, like, I don't know, like his own thing. So it kind of fed into that as well, I think, but also it made me aware of how that was kind of affecting me as well. So yeah. I just feel like that's where maybe, I don't guess I shouldn't say I messed up per se, but I don't know if I would do that again. I don't know if I would try to plan something again that has to like go right into Christmas.
I know. I always wonder about those people who do that. Like they travel at Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
In Hawaii, or they that was weird. Or they, like they want to go to Europe or something. It's like, I cannot imagine traveling with your family during that time period, because like you said, we live in the Midwest. You don't know about the weather, like getting out of here, or just the crowds in general at airports. I think go ahead.
No, I was going to say the weather. That's their little like, now we're on the under the month countdown, we're down to like 28 days. And I'm like, now it's time to start worrying about the weather.
But you're going south, so I think you should be good.
I worry about flying out.
But like, I think you should be good even still. Although, did you see, it made national news. Did you see, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, when we had that really bad storm, there was an airplane that slid off the runway in Des Moines?
No.
Yeah.
That's my fear. That I was so afraid when I did the Colorado trip last year. And it was like January, in like mid-January, whenever that was, end of January. And it was so bad. Like, and it was bad everywhere. Like that's even like when Texas had iced over runways and like airports were closing because it was so bad. There was like a horrible like ice and snowstorm that was like making its way through the entire country.
Yeah.
And so we were all, of course, getting nailed with it. And I'm like, I can still feel how anxious I was going into that, getting ready to leave. Cause I think I left on a Monday. So that whole weekend, it was just like I was glued to the weather. Like I was constantly like watching updates on the weather and airports and flight delays. And I was watching my flight all the time. And my flight did get delayed a couple of times and it got changed different times. I left with absolutely zero issues. I came back with zero issues. But let me tell you, that 48 hours prior to when I left, oh my gosh, it was awful.
I'm not type A at all. I know that's shocking to you.
I had no idea.
I don't pay attention to that stuff. Like I may take a peek at the weather briefly just so I know to pack. But other than that, I don't keep track of any of that shit because it is what it is. So
who even are you?
I know.
I mean, that's real because that's so funny because you are not like that with so many other things. And yet, like when it comes to that, but maybe it's because you are like such a seasoned traveler. Like you really are a traveler by nature. Like you travel a lot. And so maybe that is where you are like.
Oh, I still get major travel anxiety. I still get the pre-travel poops.
Oh yeah.
And like, I get all of that still, but like some of that stuff that I know I can't control, I'm still at the airport at least 3 hours ahead of time. My sister makes it all the time.
Absolutely.
I always try to get the early flights. She makes fun of me for that. She's like, why are you flying at 5 o'clock in the morning? Because if you don't in Des Moines, you're not getting out of here. So I always do that. So yeah, I do have my own weird little tics when it comes to travel, but some of it I'm like, I can't do anything about it. You can always buy shit. You can always buy. I think we bought at least 3 umbrellas in Japan.
Now that is true. And I feel like when I did Europe, you reminded me of that. Because I was really stressed about, I get stressed. I'm a very, very stressful packer, which is so shocking because that's not who I am at all as a person. But I overpack and I stress about what I'm going to pack and I overthink it and it's a whole thing. So when I was doing that trip for 2 weeks, I'm like, how in the world am I going to pack for work and leisure and variable weather? Because their weather is very similar to our weather at that time of year. Well, I mean, any time of year, but at that time of year, it's very back and forth. And it was. So like the first week I was there, it was actually relatively warm. It was like in the 70s, lower 80s.
I remember that. Yeah.
And then the next week it was like rainy and 40s. So, I mean, it was definitely very much like it is at home. But I was like, how am I going to pack for weather, for work, for, travel? Because we had to travel within the country. How am I going to do that? And you were just like, okay, well, you can buy things. Like if you really run into something, Romania has stores. And I was like, yeah, that's honestly a good point. So I'm like,
I will say though, when I went to Tokyo the first time, especially, like I overpacked because I knew there weren't going to be sizes for me in Tokyo. But have you seen that reel? I just saw it. I meant to send it to you. Maybe I did send it to you. Where there's a group of friends. They're all women. And they're like, they must be at an Airbnb. And the one girl's going around to all the girls. Okay, we're here for 4 days. How many pairs of underwear did you pack? And the one girl goes, 15. And another girl goes, crazy numbers. Yeah. So we all do that with underwear.
For sure. And every time I do it, I always think like, I don't really even know why. I mean, do I really think I'm going to shit my pants 3 times? I don't.
Don't you almost wish you would? You're like,
vindication.
But the problem with that is you pack 15 pairs of underwear. You don't pack 15 pairs of pants.
No.
So you can't shit your pants because you don't have the same number of pants.
This is very true. But then the other thing I also think is, why am I packing 15 pairs of underwear? If I shit my pants, for one, I'll just throw those away. No big deal. But I can do laundry. Like I can find laundry anywhere. So if I shit my last clean pair of underwear, then I just do some laundry and I have another clean pair of underwear to have.
I don't know. Nobody says the reasoning has to be logical why women do that. No. I think first of all, we're completely off of our original topic and I take full responsibility for that. Okay. But I think the reason why women do this, for a lot of reasons, one of them I think is you're so used to packing for other people. So like I pack for me, I pack for my daughter, I advise my husband what to pack. Advise heavily what to pack. So I think if you're just packing for yourself, you're like, that's it, I'm done. I'm gonna throw in 12 more pairs of underwear. That'll make me feel better. I don't know.
I could see that for sure. I don't even have that issue now, though. I did at one point in time. Now, I will say Jimmy's always packed for himself. And it's funny because when we do, like when we're packing, this will happen again when we pack here in a few weeks for this trip. He will pack his stuff, like, or he won't pack it because he knows I will pack the suitcase because there's so many of us. It'll be kind of figuring out like how we're going to pack everything in. But he will like set all of the stuff out that he needs. So he'll like have his shorts, his shirts, his pants, whatever, underwear, socks, a belt. Like he'll put all of that and it'll just be like on the end of the bed. And it's so funny because you'll walk into our room and it's like a disaster. I have like things out of my closet, things out of my dresser. I'm like putting things together on the bed. He's got this small little like pile of clothes ready to be packed. And then I start packing and that little small pile just gets moved over into the suitcase. And then I get like the rest of it.
I don't
Because
know about you.
or anything else. So he's like, I don't need, I'll wear those pants again and I'll do this again. And I'll wear that home and I'll be fine. And like, he just is not.
I know. And have you noticed that it takes packing for you to realize just how much you hate your clothes?
Always.
I always text my sister, I fucking hate my clothes.
Right. Every time. And that's the other issue. So that leads me to why I also think I overpack because clothing is like food for me. Like I'm not always going to be in the mood
Right.
to wear that particular thing I packed. And so I have to have backups.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
if I don't want to wear that shirt or if I put it on and I'm like, wow, you fat fuck. I'm like, and I take it back off. I need a backup.
Or I don't know about you. I do this. I try to pack lightly, which I'm really bad at. Like you, as much as I travel, I'm a terrible packer.
But you're really not. You're like you're pretty. You're better than you think you are. You might still pack a lot of things. I'm impressed with your packing because every time we travel for work, I always have twice the luggage you do. And mine's a mess. And you're always just like, yeah, I brought too much stuff. And you start pulling things out. And I'm like, I have half my closet in this suitcase.
Packing cubes, baby. But what I was going to say was, I keep losing what I'm going to say. Oh, like I made this mistake in New York. I'll just take one sweatshirt because sweatshirts take up a lot of space, and I'll just wear this sweatshirt. And then by the end of it, you want to burn that sweatshirt because you've worn it like for 5 days.
Yes. I remember you actually saying that exact thing when we were flying back home. Like, I want to burn this sweatshirt.
Yeah, I didn't. I still wear it. But
I felt that way with pajamas. And then I stupidly did the same thing in Arizona.
I remembered to pack more than one pair.
Yeah, I didn't. And so, because I'm trying to like save space. So I'm like, I don't need that. I'll one pair of pajamas will be fine. And that's how I'm like, if I never have to wear those pajamas ever again in my life, I will be so happy.
Packing cubes, and you have to roll.
Yes, I agree with that. Now I bought packing cubes for Europe. So I did do that because that was a game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah. That long. It was really, really good. And honestly, I overall was happy with my packing job for that trip. I did get a little egregious in my shopping towards the very end of my trip.
Yes.
So on my 22-hour travel day back home, I had to wear my sweatshirt and the sweater that I had bought so I could tie my jacket around my waist along with my European trenchie around my waist. Because I could not get it in anything.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst. That's so you research I research what's the best souvenirs to buy when I go places, which reminds me. I've already done that research for our next trip, and I'll tell you about it later.
I'm excited.
Yeah, that's what I do. Like I don't know. I'm about I know.
That's what makes us good travel buddies.
I know. Yeah, and neither of us are willing to try weird foods.
No, although I'm more adventurous than you are, though.
You have become, yeah.
I've become more adventurous. But
Gone are the days of New Orleans, right? Where we
gosh, we're like, do you have any chicken nuggets by chance?
and now I wouldn't even touch a chicken nugget. Those things are
No.
gross.
No. But I'm adventurous too within reason. Like it's
Yeah.
not, there's still things I look at and I'm like, no.
Yeah. Like, how do you politely decline? I did when we were in Thailand. I was offered something that I knew there's no way I could put that in my mouth. I'm like, thank you, but I'll pass.
Oh, I'm so full. I just couldn't possibly.
No. But could you take me to McDonald's? My sister and I were talking about that the other day. Well, not just my sister, but my sister and my mom. Not to be dismissive of my mom.
We love her.
How many different McDonald's you've been to in the world? And I'm like, I've been to the one in Bulgaria. I've been to one in Istanbul.
But I feel like that's like, you have to.
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah. And
Just
people poo that. And I don't, you know what? If that's your thing, do it. Who cares what people think?
That's how
If
I
you
feel.
want to try a hamburger or whatever, I'll tell you the best French fries I've ever had at McDonald's was in Sofia, Bulgaria. That was fantastic.
Really?
Yeah.
I will say that in Timișoara, Romania, there we went to McDonald's, and I convinced the whole group. I was like, there's a McDonald's across the parking lot of our hotel. It was like, I think one of our last nights. And I'm like, nobody else has to do it, but I'm going to do that. Like, that's what I want for dinner. And so they were all like, all right, let's do it. So me and another colleague of ours, we walked over, we got it for all of us and brought it back to our hotel. And we sat in our lobby, the hotel, and we ate. But I'm like, the food, I got my typical, like just a normal, like, chicken nugget, French fry meal. However, what had gotten me was the dips, because there were so many different dips, like options. And so I got like a garlic dip, and I can't even remember now. I took a picture of it. I have to go through my phone. There was a bunch of them, and we grabbed like 6 or 7 different kinds, not anything that we normally get here, just to try them. And I'm like, so I really liked that aspect of it. They definitely had different menu items from what we have here, but none that appealed.
Yeah,
I still do it.
I ate at one in the Hong Kong airport, and that was after I'd been in Thailand, so I was ready for some like American food. They had curly fries at the Hong Kong McDonald's.
Nice.
Yeah, and they were delicious.
I bet.
My favorite. Totally off topic yet again. So we are losing it, by the way.
Yeah.
When we were in Tokyo, I had a soy sauce burger, I think it was called. Delicious.
Okay, that sounds good.
Or was it chicken? I can't remember. Is it a chicken or a hamburger? But it was soy sauce based. So good.
Yeah, see, I feel like if you're in another country, that's why you should try it. Like, just
Absolutely.
because it's something you can't get here. So
we got poutine at McDonald's in I don't remember if it was Montreal or Vancouver. One of them, we had poutine. That was really good.
I love poutine. Oh my gosh, I love poutine.
Did I ever tell you that funny story? I was talking to my old boss at a different company, and I was talking about poutine, and I called it poutang.
Totally 2 different things.
Right? Yeah. He goes, wait, what'd you just say? I'm like, it's from Canada. It's got French fries and gravy. He goes, do you mean poutine? I'm like, yes, I do.
I mean, listen, poutang is for some people.
but I mean, it's not a topic you should probably be talking about with your boss.
HR might frown on that a little.
Luckily, there was no HR at this company, but he didn't let me live it down for quite a while.
I mean, how could you?
We have been all over the place. We started out talking about...
Who knows?
Yeah.
That was 48 minutes ago. We don't know.
I know. So if you hung in here this long, and I like curly fries from Hong Kong McDonald's, and the Coke tastes different though, doesn't it? It's not as good.
Oh, now see, I don't remember. I don't feel like there was a difference in Romania.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't noticeable. So I didn't, because I think I did get a Coke, but I don't remember it being noticeable. But I was just glad because it was a Coke with ice.
Yeah.
And I had missed that.
That doesn't bother me. I don't miss ice that much. And I feel like Europe in general, I don't feel like, or once they figure out you're American, they give you ice, I feel like.
Yeah. I didn't feel like I had ice really much at many places. They would bring, like, if you got a Coke, which was really good, but it would be in a glass bottle and it was ice cold, like the bottle was.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
but they didn't give you ice, which is okay. But I really like an ice cold Coke over ice.
And I think, I'm trying to think, we ate at a kebab place in Istanbul, and I think they did bring us a glass of ice, but I was told not to use it because you're not supposed to drink the water in Istanbul.
Ooh.
So I don't think I used it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's always something I'm leery about.
I know, because I was thinking about that too, how like you're not supposed to drink the water in places, but they cook with it and prepare food with it, and you still ingest
Yeah.
it.
Well, but maybe cooking it has something to do with it.
I don't know.
Like
I
if
never
you
got sick.
boil
But
water,
yeah,
it boils stuff out of, I don't know.
I don't know. But anyway,
I'm fa la 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 losing it.
I know. I feel like I have pretty much showed that throughout this entire podcast because I was scared by the ice maker. I kept thinking it sounded like somebody was coming up the stairs. I'm like, who's coming up the stairs? And then I don't know. I couldn't remember half the things I wanted to talk about.
But I mean, it is what it is. I think we can blame that on menopause
And the holidays, yes.
and the holidays.
Oh, I have one final question. Do you still send out actual Christmas cards? And do you receive any actual Christmas cards?
So typically, yes, we do. I did not last year.
Oh, so I just wasn't dropped from the list?
Right. Yep. Just didn't do it last year. We made a video and posted it online and was just like kind of like our there you go, Merry Christmas from us. Because I will admit, not to be a party pooper, but I was feeling a little in my feelings about my address book and how many people are no longer around on that list. And I didn't really want to face that last year, so I didn't. I chose not to. But I will say,
do you mean like dead or okay?
Mostly couple that just are no longer in my life, but mostly dead. So
I'm not dead yet.
Right. So I just was kind of like, I don't feel it like doing that. I don't want to do it. So I didn't. I will say we do still get them, but that has dwindled greatly. It's nothing like we used to. And we've talked about off and on doing it, but probably won't again this year, just simply because of time. Like we just haven't been able to do anything. And we always did funny ones. Like we had fun coming up with like an idea and making it funny. And it was always like based off of a Christmas Carol or like, we did one year where when Emmy was very little, that we took it with all of them like on our laps, but like they were tied with Christmas lights and like ornaments in their mouths. And it said, finally a silent night.
That's
and
funny.
like everybody loved that one because Emmy was like 2 and her eyes were so big in the picture with the ornament in her mouth. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, her face is so perfect in that. Like we always did things like that. And we tried to kind of do it coinciding with like where we were at in life. So like we had a mouse issue one year. So we did 'Twas the Night Before Christmas and we had a mouse trap. We took the picture like we were trying to catch a mouse. So like we've always done stuff like that. And I'm like, and we have fun doing it, but it's a lot of work to like figure it out, execute it, then buy it, get them out. I'm like, I don't have the capacity.
No, we've never done them. And we used to get tons of them. And now we got our first one last Friday. And my husband's like, do you still have that thing that we would display them on? I'm like, no.
Right. We had one too, and we don't have that anymore. Like when I do get them, I put them up here, like in our hutch. I just kind of like stick them in the panes. We haven't gotten a single one. So
we've gotten one.
Yeah. I do feel like people send them out late.
Yeah.
I don't feel like people send them out early like they used to. Cause I do think that like, I feel like the week before Christmas, it always seems to be like a big rush. Like that's when I all of a sudden will have like 7 or 8 Christmas cards.
I have a great idea.
Okay.
Are you ready for my great idea?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
We make one and send them to our listeners.
I like that. I'm sure they're excited.
I know, I can hear people in the background going, yes.
Sure, get excited. Get excited, listeners.
They're going to be like, how'd you get her address? Don't worry about it.
We
listener
do
number
promise.
4.
We promise it won't be glitter bombs.
Or will it?
Depends on how spicy we feel when we do it.
Yeah, let's get our thinking caps on.
All right.
It probably won't happen, let's be honest.
You're the ideas gal.
I am, and
Come
you're
up with
the
idea, I will execute it.
All right. All right. Maybe I'll put that on our website or our website. I'll put that on our Facebook page. Do you want a Christmas card from Bo and Bo?
And if that gets no engagement, I might be a little sad. So
Oh, look at that. You see how chapped that is right there?
ooh, that's from all your snow and cold temperatures.
2 weekends in a row we're out there shoveling and snow blowing. And I just read people in our age group, we're not supposed to be shoveling.
I mean,
Heart attacks, back issues.
I was going to say the back issues is what I think of immediately. Like, that's horrible. I hate shoveling.
Well, we have a snow blower, but we have a spot like behind our house, like our poor dog, he's a basset hound. So, as somebody once said, his undercarriage hangs low. We have to make a little path for him.
Yes. That's a much nicer way of how Jimmy used to talk. We had a dog that was a beagle basset hound mix. So he had like a beagle face, but a basset body. And that's not how he worded that. But yeah, same idea. It was just something along what drug in the snow.
Yeah, well, you don't want that either because you got to explain that to your kids.
Right.
Duke have an extra leg? Yep.
Sure does. Sure does.
Totally off topic. What is my deal today?
It's just how we roll.
That's true. Thank you for hanging in there, everybody.
If you have.
Mom.
Hello, is anybody out there? Is this thing on?
All right, everybody.
We'll wrap it up. We'll wrap it up.
Oh, get out.
I'll see
Get
myself out. Bye, guys.
All right. See you next time.
Bye.
Hey, if you enjoyed the chaos,
Hit subscribe, leave a review.
or text it to your group chat of women who are secretly Googling, is this normal?